Yo, let me have another video for you guys, and it's about Noel Clarke. Noel Clarke, the former Doctor Who star. Where do we start, man? This is the man who's sowed the seeds of his own destruction. Doctor Who star Noel Clarke declared bankrupt after actor who ordered to pay at least 3 million in sexual misconduct libel case. Well, I'm going to give you my perspective. This is a man who could have disappeared for a while and came back, and everyone would have forgotten all about this. But he dragged this on and dragged his feet, crying, "Oh no, it wasn't me. Look, we caught you red-handed. Admit to it. Say that you're sorry. Say you're going to reflect on yourself. Disappear for 5 years. Come back." No one would have been the wiser. We would all have forgotten about this. It would have blown over. What he's done now is he's gone after the newspapers and he's tried to sue them for libel, saying, "Oh, you slandered my name and my reputation." The amount of women that came forward, there's no way that he didn't have a leg to stand on. So, famed actor Noel Clarke has been declared bankrupt just months after he lost a legal battle over allegations of sexual misconduct. The former Doctor Who star, 50, was ordered to pay at least 3 million of the Guardian's publisher's legal costs after he pursued a far-fetched and forced case against the newspaper reporting of allegations of sexual misconduct. This man is his own enemy. He is his own enemy because his lawyer or his legal team, when all this came to light, they let out a statement saying, "I am sorry, I need to reflect on myself, blah blah blah. I'm looking to become a better person in the future." I can't remember what it was said, something on those lines. Afterwards, this guy comes on a podcast and he's like, "Oh, that apology letter, that wasn't me. That was my solicitor. I never wrote that. They put that out for me. I'm not sorry." I'm sitting down there like, wait, this guy he's his own enemy. We thought that was you, and everyone. I remember reading the comment section like, "Now leave this man alone. He clearly did wrong, and he's going to reflect on himself." No. He said it was all lies. He said it was all lies. That's the redemption arc gone. Then he went after the damn Guardian newspaper. Everyone's trying to say this. Sometimes when you're caught out, just let it go. Because there's no way he was gonna win this. There was too much evidence against him for him to be like, "Yeah, we'll win." Even the people he was working with, I don't say they turned against him. They were the ones giving evidence on him. So his actual colleagues that he was treating bad. Me talking about, I'm not talking about Adam Deacon. Adam Deacon, he really don't like him. But there was a woman that he was working with. She said she was treated pretty badly by Noel Clarke. So other women as well. You need to be careful out there, man. Before, let's see, where were we? I kind of got lost in this. Before declaring bankruptcy, Clarke was set to have to pay up to 6 million after the Guardian told the court that the fee was a conservative estimate of the legal bills. Well, at least it's not 6 million, because if he doesn't have 3 million, I don't think 6 million, he'll disappear for years. He has to sell up his house and everything. I feel bad for this guy because he was the person who, you could see him grafting up the ladder from small movies to starring in Doctor Who. But as success came, I think his ego got the better of him. Mind you, this guy was a married man with kids, and he's going out with colleagues talking about sleeping with them and dumping them. Like, I don't know how much of that is true. I wasn't there. It's what was said. And I know what I mean. You just gotta wonder to yourself, like, what is going through this mind? What's going through your mind, man? You wanna live the single life? Just don't be married, man. Don't be married. The actor who lives in Kensington, oh, that's pretty posh, West London, was formally declared bankrupt on December 11th. Man, to have it all and lose it all, crazy. Clarke sued Guardian News of the World over 7 articles and a podcast, including one in April 2021, that said 20 women. This is what I'm trying to say. There's too many women that came out against him to say that this was like all lies, unless they all colluded against him. They sat down in a meeting like, let's take down Noel Clarke. Let's take him down. Like, really? Yeah, this is the WhatsApp Noel Clarke takedown group chat. Come on, like, let's be real. Really? 20 women who knew him professionally had come forward with allegations of misconduct. There we have it, man. It's not like they're random strangers. They knew him professionally. This is what stuck the knife in. He denied the claims, and his lawyers previously said the newspaper had acted as a judge, jury, and executioner of his career. The GNM defended its reports as being both true and in the public interest, and in a judgment in August, Mrs. Justice Dean agreed. I know I read that all wrong. At a High Court hearing in September, she said Clarke must pay $3 million ahead of a detailed assessment into the total cost to be recovered, estimated to be above $6 million. She said, "It seems to me that the sum of $3 million sought by the defendant is appropriate and no more than what ought to be reasonably ordered in the case." For $3 million, man, that was his last shot, man. That these people, man. Whew. It's you know what I mean? Like, man, these lawyers ain't cheap. It is substantially lower than the defendant's likely level of recovery on detailed assessment, and so in my judgment it does allow for a suitable wide margin of error. The claimant maintained as a far-fetched and indeed a false case that the articles were not substantially true by pursuing allegations of dishonesty and bad faith against almost all of the defendant's true witnesses. A source told The Sun Clarke knew he would not be able to meet his costs if he lost the case, but blindly pushed on regardless. This is what I'm saying about Noel Clarke. He's his own worst enemy, so he never had the money, but he still went on. So in his mind, he's like, we're gonna win this, but he knows if he did lose, he couldn't pay them. Ah, dear, man. You know, just wonder, like, you're your own worst enemy here. Miss Justice said, let's see, a source told Noel Clarke, oh yeah, I read that. Miss Justice Dean said a court would assess whether or the newspaper total legal bill would be appropriately Clarke's blah blah blah. Clarke has protested in his innocence following the case for almost 5 years. I have fought against a powerful media outlet and its extensive legal team over inaccurate and damaging reports, he said in a statement. These stories started via anonymous emails portraying me as a monster to attract attention and outrage. The goal was to damage my career, and they succeeded. I have never claimed to be perfect, but I am not the person described in these articles. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because it seems like just his actions alone, like, hold your hands up and just say, like, yo, you got me. You got me. I did these things. But to sit down and say, nah, I didn't. Now they say, oh, damaging my career. Come on. You need to Clarke needs to sort himself out, because he was on up and up. It's weird how when you reach such heights and you get these woke awards. I think he got some sort of diversity award. And it was funny because he was portraying like an inner city London school, and he was like, "How can you not be diverse unless you're in some sort of posh area where everyone's white?" Yeah, you talk about inner city London. It's like it's the most diverse place ever. So he couldn't have all the characters in his kidulthood all white. You know, it's a bit weird. It's like the award just felt woke to me. And he accepted the award, but a lot of people at the time were saying that this guy's getting too many accolades. And you know, when you start to climb that ladder and you get up there, you better make sure your skeletons are out your closet, because he had a lot of skeletons in his closet, and they started to come out the more famous he got. And right now we see what happened now. He's lost it all. This is what happens when you know you need to just put yourself in check once you get up there and think to yourself like, is our ego in check? Am I treating the people around me how I would be treating them if I wasn't as successful? And that's what happened with Clarke. He didn't keep his ego in check. He was getting the accolades. He was going up the ladder. He was getting his blind spot of, I can't remember what show it was called on ITV. He was going there. I was thinking, man, this guy's got his own TV show now. I mean, he was on Sky One with a TV show with Ashley Waters. He was getting a lot of accolades. He was getting directing credits, writing credits. And I was like, man, this guy's doing good. Man, I ain't hating on him, but it looked like the ego wasn't in check, man. Like he forgot where he came from. And also at the time, one thing I didn't like about Noel Clarke, it goes to show how spiteful he was. He took down John Barrowman. John Barrowman's a weirdo, you know. I know he likes to walk around naked, but it wasn't really something that was people were complaining about. He does it as within jest. I know it's unprofessional, but he was like, "Oh well, you after me? Well, John Barrowman, he been walking around butt naked and flashing people." And I was like, okay. And then John Barrowman's career kind of disappeared as well. And I thought to myself, man, talk about dragging people down with you. It's like John Barrowman, he weren't really doing anything. And I understand that flashing people on the Doctor Who set, yeah, it's unprofessional. It's schoolboy behavior. But I felt like he was just trying to drag as much people down with him. I felt like he didn't need to mention his name in this, but that's what he did. You know, and I felt like your career going downhill. He's like, I'm taking everyone down with me. It's like it just felt bad that he had to tarnish him as well with his misconduct. So anyway, like, subscribe, and I'm out.